Hi friends, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I am going to be recreating this soft smoky eye. Just kidding, it's not soft. This sultry, very rounded smoky eye. I think this is a really romantic look that focuses on the eyes. I mean, I have kind of like a pink lip going on that's fairly vibrant, but I still feel like the eyes are the center of attention, and I just think that's very romantic. But before we get started in this makeup tutorial, please make sure to subscribe down below for new videos every single week, and let's get to it. Alright, so to start this look, I'm going to be using the Korres Wild Rose Smoothie Brightening Priming Moisturizer to prime my face as well as moisturize it in one, and I really love the smell of this primer moisturizer. I'm going to start the application on the sides of my face, which is where I tend to get a little bit more dry. And for foundation, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation. And the reason I chose this foundation is because I want my complexion to look a little bit more matte so that it's more compatible for like photography. I want to have like that nice matte center. And right now I'm just applying a little bit of concealer before I go in with my foundation. I almost forgot this step. I'm just covering up some blemishes with my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. And I'm going to do maybe 1 pump and a half on the palm of my hand to warm up the product a little bit. And to apply my foundation today, I'm going to be using my Sigma F15. It's a dual fiber brush. I'm going to dip it directly into the palm of my hand and really disperse the product into the brush because I want this to be very skin-like. Alright, so I'm done applying this, and I'm just going to use my beauty blender to really press the foundation down to make it look more skin-like. To highlight my face, I'm going to be using my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and I am the shade Vanilla. And I really want to look nice and illuminated, so this is going right down here. So it really does a good job at illuminating this whole under eye area. And to blend this out, I'm going to be using my beauty blender, and we're just gonna go for it. What's great about the beauty blender is that it'll always absorb all of the excess product and leave you with the most natural finish. Alright, so to bake my face, I am going to be using my Laura Mercier Loose Setting Powder, and I'm going to be using the original, not the glowy one. And I'm going to directly dip my beauty blender onto my powder and tap off the excess, and I'm going to grab like a very fair amount, but I don't want to grab too much powder. I'm going to do a light bake. Just gonna go all in my T-zone here. And smile lines. Smile lines are important because I always smile a lot, and like right there is where my concealer tends to crease quite a bit. So while I let my concealer set, I'm going to be using my Anastasia Beverly Hills bronzer in the shade Saddle, and I'm gonna grab a big old bronzing brush, and I'm going to just do like a very airbrushed, dispersed bronze. Nothing too precise. Awesome, so now I'm going to do just a little bit of blush. I want this to be like a very pretty, rosy, sultry type of look. So for blush today, I'm going to be using this very beautiful Sigma blush. I think this is Cor de Rosa. It's like a perfect balance between pink and coral, which I think is very nice. And this is going to be my first time using this blush, and I'm just going to pop it on top of the bronzer and just build it. And I just want to bring back a little bit of that brightness on the under eye. So I'm just going over my bronzer, a little more translucent powder to make sure that my eye area is really nicely illuminated. And I do want to highlight, but I think I want this to be kind of a more subtle highlight, and I want it to be very focused on that C shape of the eyebrow. So I am going to be taking my Wet n Wild highlight, and then this is the shade Catwalk Pink, and I'm just going to go ahead and give it a good old swirl, tap off the excess. Using my favorite highlighting brush, this is my Sigma F35. Going to very lightly kind of just dust it on like that. Using my Sephora 62 brush, I'm going to focus the highlight on the Cupid's bow and kind of on the nose bridge right here. Alright, so I have now done my eyebrows and I retouched my eyelids with a little bit of the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer because now we are going to do the fun part, my favorite part. We're going to be doing some eyeshadow, and I want to do kind of like a rose gold magenta-y smoky eye, but I want to make sure that it's like nice and rounded so that my eyes are the focus. To start off the look, I am going to be using my Sigma E40 blending brush, and I'm going to be dipping it into Dusty Rose in my Soft Glam palette by Anastasia. Tap off the excess, and then I'm going to start the application really low on the lower V of the eye here. Maybe I can bring it down just a little bit while I'm at it, just like right there. And whatever is left on my brush is what I'm going to bring inwards into the inner half of my crease. Kind of like right there. So same application, I'm going to start really low here, bring it down just a little bit, but keeping in mind that I do want to keep a round shape right here. So after I have done my initial application, I'm going to diffuse the edges. So next I'm going to take a slimmer blending brush and I'm going to be dipping it into Cypress Umber here, and that is going to be going lower on my crease and on the V of my eye. Making sure we keep the smokiness really low on the eye, that way we have more control of where the color is going. And also keeping in mind small circular motions. Now I'm going to bring whatever's left on my brush just a tad bit inwards, and I'm going to make sure that I do the placement right above my natural crease, so right above where my eyelid folds, to create that illusion of a crease. And then I'm just bringing whatever's left on the brush inwards, diffusing it inwards, starting the application on the outer half of my eye to keep the smokiness on the outer half of the eye, and then diffusing inwards. So by going from light shades to darker shades, it will create a wide eye effect. Alright, so now that that's done, I'm going to spray my brush. I believe this is an Anastasia number 18, and I'm going to be using my Smashbox Primerizer. I'm gonna give it a good soak there, and I'm going to be dipping it into the color Sultry, which is this beautiful rose gold shade here. I'm going to cover my brush with a fair amount of product, and I'm going to start the application right on the lash line, and I'm going to bring it upward in short pressing motions. Oh yeah, look at that pigment right there. And I am going to bring it in about 2/3 of the way into the crease, because I don't want to completely cover all of the smokiness that I just created on the outer half. And I'm going to go back in with a little bit of Cypress Umber to diffuse that line right there. Diffuse the two colors together, just give it a wiggle side to side. And now I'm just going to do a little bit of eyeliner. This is the Sephora Collection Long Lasting Kohl Pencil in the shade 06 Deep Brown, and I want to apply that in the bottom lash line, waterline, excuse me, just to really intensify that bottom lash line. Maybe I can also do a little bit of this eyeliner on the top waterline to again bring all of the intention towards the eye area. And for mascara, I'm going to be using the YSL The Shock Mascara, and I've really been loving this mascara because of the volume it gives me. It really makes these eyelashes nice and long. Yes. What do you think? It's the real deal. This is an awesome mascara. So for eyelashes, I'm going to be using Ardell, and these are $2.50, and I love that they are really nice and fluffy and three-dimensional. I really love that. So I went ahead and already outlined my lips, and to fill them in, I'm going to be using my NARS liquid lipstick, and this is the shade American Woman. And to set it all in, I'm going to be using my Smashbox Primerizer. Give it a good shake here, and then whew, yes, be extra AF with it. You know how I do. And that does it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video and found some value from it, please make sure to drop me a like, and also don't forget to subscribe for new videos every single week. Like always, I want to thank you so much for spending your time with me. I'll see you on the next one.